Alrighty, welcome back everybody to another day, another video on this wonderful Sunday when I'm recording this afternoon at 3 p.m. And today's gonna be, this might turn into a bit of a yap sesh because I'm just gonna sort of go off of my, what I have in my head and what I wanna say, what I wanna, accomplish in this video, and hopefully my nonsensical ramblings will make sense. But anyways, today is going to just be a short video talking about getting back into Warframe in 2024. Now, a lot of people probably know Warframe. You've either played it, you've heard of it, you've dropped it, whatever. You probably know what Warframe is. It's one of the grindiest free-to-play games that you can possibly find. And to be honest, it is one of those reasons that I dropped the game. But the other being that I could not move my account that I had previously moved to Xbox around 7 years ago or so when I was playing on Xbox, because that's, all I had. I originally started playing the game, I think, around when it launched back in 2014. I want to say it was 2014 when Warframe launched. And I was playing on this little shitty laptop that, I didn't have any money at the time. I was, middle school, and it didn't play any great games at high qualities, but it played the generic stuff that I wanted to play. And while it did struggle with Warframe, it was a free-to-play game, and which was a big selling point for me at the time, because, of course, like I said, I didn't have money as a kid, and I didn't have a whole lot of progress back then, and when I dropped it for a while, and then I think I came back around 2017, which I think is when they added the Plains of Eidolon, which is the open world area on Earth. I think that was the first area they added, because now there's, I think, two more, maybe just one more. I think just one more, which is the one on Venus, the Orb Valis or whatever it was. But anyways, I got back on to play that, and I ended up playing the game for maybe a couple months, but I had to move my account over to Xbox. And one of the big reasons why I didn't play the game in so long was because when I finally got my, a PC, which I had been wanting for so fucking long, I could not move my account from Xbox back to my PC. So when I saw that crossplay got added in December last year, 2023, I was ecstatic. Of course, I didn't find that out until like mid-January, and I moved everything, but I didn't play the game at all for like another week or so because I was still busy playing Power World with friends. But anyways, off-topic ramblings. I got back into the game, and I know a lot of people know what Warframe is. Like I said, if you've played it, you probably dropped it. I know a lot of people that I know that have played it, they fucking hate Warframe, or they very rarely play it, because it is a very grindy game. It is a very, premium currency push kind of game. And I don't mean that in the ways that, companies like Activision or Ubisoft might throw it at you. They get in your face with it. They give you pop-ups and shit. Maybe not on Call of Duty, but we all know some other, mobile games that Activision pushes. And, it's one of those things that they don't quite do it that aggressively, but you are reminded constantly that premium currency is by far the easiest way to obtain what you want in the game, right? Yes, you can still buy blueprints for stuff, damn near everything in the game. Not everything, but almost everything. At least you can get every Warframe in the game through blueprints. You can even get the Prime versions through blueprints, which is huge. Do not get me wrong. You can still get these premium stuff, quote unquote, for free in game. It just requires a little more time, a little more grinding, and everybody's favorite term to look at, RNG. And Warframe is definitely one of those games that most people have probably dropped in the past, and I don't blame them for it. It's definitely one of those things I dropped it for. It is a very grindy game. It is very time consuming, and you have to invest a lot of time into the game to feel like you're getting anything out of it. or at least at the time that I had played it. Now, in 2024, which is what I want to talk about, there's way more content in Warframe. Now, back in 2017, when I last played Warframe, yeah, there was enough content to get there and be like, hey, yeah, there's a few more quests, you can do a few more things, there's a few more Warframes, blah, blah, blah. But now, basically 10 years after launch, they have transformed the universe of Warframe into something that is, quite honestly, had I not been lightly keeping track of certain announcements and stuff through random stuff I found online, I would have believed this game was going to die very, very quickly and very fucking painfully. But the updates that I saw as time went on proved to be very eye-opening, and I realized that, hey, they're still working on this. So when I got around to getting all my stuff transferred back to PC, and I, of course, all of this comes after I had heard that they added cross-save, by this point, I had seen the operator storyline come to light. I had seen the, some of the new open areas, some new quest lines, some new warframes, and just a bunch of other stuff coming in. And coming into Warframe in 2024, after 7 years, it feels like a brand new experience. It does. And I mean, I wasn't that far into the game. I was probably like the first 2, maybe 3 story quests in. Maybe not, maybe 2. But I had done, there wasn't a whole lot to do back then. And coming into it now, I feel like I've done way more in the last 2 weeks that I've been playing Warframe than I've done in the few months that I had been playing back when I was on Xbox, right? And it's crazy for me to think about, because I just don't remember having this much fun. Back then it felt like a chore to play. It really did. And it still kind of retains that feeling after you accomplish some stuff, and then you have to really grind out missions or level your shit up to, get through the next solar junction or whatever the hell it's called to get to the next planet. And it still retains some of that grindiness and irritating, slow progression in certain stages of the game. But moving through the quest lines and getting gear and all that other stuff, it feels way better than it did back then. Yes, there's still crafting times. Unfortunately, that's one of those things that's probably not going to go away, because realistically, that's what gets them time and money off of players. What better way to get some extra time off of somebody than to get them to grind for some materials, have them wait 12 hours, come back, use a weapon, and then either think this is a piece of shit, I don't want to use it anymore, or this is really fun, I want to keep playing the game. And realistically, Warframe is, again, it's one of those games, it's very grindy, and that's one of those facts that a lot of people don't want to play the game for. And I like I said, I totally understand that. And I was really concerned with that coming back into the game until I started playing. When I started playing, I started realizing, hey, there's so much more content here now. There's so many more things to do now that yes, there's still some grindiness in between some stuff, but just playing the missions seems to get you a lot of what you need out of the game. And there's even, I think now there's stuff called, there's even this thing called the Duviri something or other. Basically, it's like an alternate universe thing. It's like a roguelite experience where you play as like an adult version of the operator, and you sort of roam around this new open area space, and you get like this little mission to learn some backstory of the operators and the whatever the hell these ancient alien technology looking dudes. And I'm not a Warframe lore expert or anything. I'm just sort of giving you what I know. And I thought the roguelite experience was really fun because you go, you defeat a boss, and just like a roguelite, you get an upgrade or two, and if you die or you finish a mission, you can go back to the main hub and you can upgrade. Like every time you earn a point for an upgrade, you can get this or that. You can get an extra bonus on this and that, and etc. etc. It works like a roguelite. And there's a separate space where you play as a Warframe. You can cut down more enemies, and you get to experiment with some weapons that you may not already have in the base game. And overall, it's just a lot of fun. And this is just like a little side activity. Like it's not even a core part of the game. It's just like a little fun side activity that you can do that's just available. It's not like you have to play it. You don't really get anything, I don't think, out of playing it. I think you get, a weapon blueprint. Like, ooh, whoop-de-doo, you're gonna get 100 of those just playing the game. But yeah, I mean, on top of that, there's new areas, there's new storylines, like I said before, and there's just so much more to do in 2024 in Warframe. But with that said, I've pretty much said all I want to say on the topic of Warframe. I'm having fun with the game. It's definitely a lot of fun to, get back into. And I'll probably play it for another week or two before I, fully dedicate my time to something else. Because while I do find the game fun, it is, like I said, there's still some very dreary sections of the game. So I'll probably dedicate at least another week or two to it and just see how it goes. But other than that, I think that's everything for me. So if you guys enjoyed today's yap session, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe, whatever, if you want to see future content, and I will see you guys next time.